Hello and welcome to our version of It Just Fits. My name is Ginger Benedict. I'm an executive senior sales director with Mary Kay, and so excited y'all are in for such a treat today. I cannot wait for you to get to meet the amazing sales director excellente. I don't even know how to describe her, but Theresa Fugo Bronson is with us today from Arkansas. And I'm just so grateful, Theresa, that you had just a few minutes to hop on here and play with us just a little bit today. So let's start. Tell them who you are and where you live.
So my name is Theresa Fugo Bronson. I live in the middle of Arkansas in a little town called Cabot. Yeah, I've been doing Mary Kay for about 5 years. So I'm excited to share a little bit.
I cannot believe it's been 5 years. So I've had the privilege of knowing Theresa for 5 years, and it seems like it was just yesterday. So tell us where you were, kind of back it up a little bit. Where were you when Mary Kay found you?
So I was a full-time student finishing my engineering degree. I had already finished a couple degrees prior to that, but welding was really where I was going with that. So I had a welding degree. I was finishing my engineering degree and my management degree, but I was also working full-time. And at the point when I started Mary Kay, I had also been married for 3 weeks. So I was brand new, newlywed. Yeah. And really, I got started because there was a gal who worked at my college who built a relationship and rapport with me and invited me to Mary Kay things. And I really went and sat in the back of the room with my arms crossed and felt sorry for those poor little ladies. And eventually the bug bit me. I don't know. I just decided, well, really, my husband told me to get started, but I just decided one day that I was going to give it a shot. And I was very busy, but I was unchallenged. I was being told everywhere else by somebody else what to do, and I just wanted something of my own.
I think that's so true for a lot of people, Theresa. We go through, well, first we have our parents, then we go to school, we get that first job, and someone's always setting that goal, almost dictating what we're going to do every single day of it. So when you join Mary Kay, then just thinking, oh my God, I can plan my day, plan my life, plan my future. So how'd that make you feel?
I loved it. And I'm a very consistent, dedicated person. And so I was pretty consistent about doing about one appointment per week on a Saturday morning. My husband mowed the lawn on Saturday mornings. I hate mowing the grass. And so I figured that was a perfect time for me to work a little bit. So I did one, maybe two appointments every Saturday morning. And that just filled my cup. It gave us a ton of extra cash in our pocket that we just went on vacations with and bought new TVs and four-wheelers and, all the little fun toys.
Wow. So when you say appointment, what does that mean? What's an appointment?
So I never put a lot of pressure, I don't think, on myself as far as being the perfect Mary Kay person. It was my fun side gig. And so appointment just means I booked a girl to come by, or I'm sorry, back then I just went to people because my house was not good enough for people to come to. But I just booked a time where I'd come and I'd pamper them. And usually they'd bring along 1, 2, maybe even 3 girlfriends. But it could have been just me and that one lady, or it could have been me and a group of 3 or 4 people. And I just showed them the product. I didn't really wash my face prior to being introduced to Mary Kay, and I definitely didn't wear makeup. And so I just took what the company gives us in our starter kit, and I pretty much put this on your face, take that off. Put this on your face, take that off. I did the basic.
So just keep it simple.
Very simple. And I loved it. And they loved that too. It was authentic.
That's so great. So 1 or 2 a week was it?
That was about it. That was about it for about 3 years. The job that I had, which I loved, they shut down, sent us home with nothing.
Wow.
And so here I was, a highly educated person, and I couldn't find a job anywhere. And I surprisingly got pregnant. My husband and I were not trying. It was not a thing.
Always a surprise.
Right? We were fostering kids. We had a good group going, and here comes this little baby, and I really just looked at my husband and I said, I don't want to work full time and have a kid and never get to see them. Like, I want to see the first
Uh-huh.
steps and I want to hear the first words. Like, I desired to be a part of those things. And so I asked permission to just do Mary Kay full time, and he had already decided long before that that I needed to. And in about 6 months, I had replaced my income, and then I actually replaced his income, and he quit his job that he hated and stayed home with us for a little while before starting his own business, which we're doing now, which is so fun.
I tell you, and that really, honestly, Theresa, after 30 years in Mary Kay, I wish I could say your story's unique, but it's
It's
what we do. It's what we
total
do.
normal. Yeah, it is.
It,
It's so normal in our world, which I love because that's what we were encouraged to dream outside of what society calls these norms where you go to work for 8 hours a day, you clock in, you clock out, and you get a paycheck. And that's how I was raised. Like, my parents were not super supportive when I first started Mary Kay because it was out of the comfort zone.
right.
And I wasn't super comfortable with it either. But again, I'm not brilliant. Well, sometimes, but I'm not
I was
special.
gonna say,
Like, I don't have any special qualities. Just like you, Ginger. Like, we're not successful because we're special. We're successful because we're gritty, and we're just consistent, right? And we
mhm.
just we just do the
Keep
grind.
on
And
keeping on.
luckily, the Mary Kay grind is so much more fun than any other.
It is. It is. And it's your own grind. So it's
It is.
different than the grind where you go to work every day and you're like, I'm grinding for somebody else, right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
not really supporting my goals, my dreams, my, what I believe in. And so
Yeah.
that makes it beautiful. Well,
Yep.
that's awesome. Well, you are just like a super beautiful example of Mary Kay. And so what's next for you? Like, what's next?
This year has been so interesting. My business went from, well, I guess we're in the new year. So last year was super interesting. I was supporting my family solely with my Mary Kay income for the first 6 months of the year. And then my husband started his business, and he's begun, he started to play that supporting role financially for our home again. And so I have got the opportunity really to step back and reassess, like, what is it that I really want to do with my business? Because I love, so I love money. Like, money motivates me sometimes, but like, really what motivates me is experiences, being able to open up my family to new experiences, my husband to new experiences. Like, I was military brat. We moved all over the place. I did everything. And he like had never been on an airplane before meeting me. So
Whoa.
so really, we're just looking at, well, I want to earn all the fun Mary Kay big girl trips, and I want to be able to have the freedom to just go. So we're actually selling our house. We're moving into a fifth wheel camper. We are taking away everything that kind of binds us to where we're at, and going to try and experience life. Now, we are building a house, so we're not going to be like full-time RVers, but for about a year, we're going to live in a little, in a fifth wheel camper,
Wow.
and just get to love on each other and try something different. So I love that I can do that. I don't
Yeah.
have to ask permission.
Right. That is exactly how it goes. And you know
Yep.
what? Really, Theresa, for people like you who want to achieve and want to set their own pace and live their own life, I can't think of anything better than Mary Kay that allows them to do that, because there's always that next step. There's always that next challenge. There's always that next goal. And, they say that the highest check has not yet been written in Mary Kay, and how exciting that is for
Yeah.
people that love that and really live life out loud to the fullest and don't need permission to do that.
And I'll say this too, because one of my biggest insecurities when I first started was like, I was the girl. Well, I don't know how to do that.
Mhm.
So I don't want to put myself in the position
Right.
because I don't know. And what I love about Mary Kay is there's always somebody to look up to, who isn't going to hide the answer. I call it the typical teacher answer, where, if the kid asks, well, how do I do this problem? The teacher says, well, try and figure it out and then ask again.
Mhm.
Like, in Mary Kay, we don't do that. If you ask, like, I asked my mentor a ton, like, how do I do this? And it was always freely given. Like, the next step is always freely given to us. And whether we take it or not is our choice. But the wheel is invented. We just have to put our own rims on it and roll it down the hill, right?
That is exactly true. Well, I am so excited for you, Theresa. I'm excited for your husband. I'm excited for your kids. And it's going to be such an adventure. And we can't wait to hear the rest of the story.
Aw,
Okay. So
I'm excited.
listen, girlfriend, I am super excited for you. So thank you for taking a few minutes out of your crazy, busy life to just to share with us and let us know really more about you and how you've just so gracefully weaved it in and out of your life and let it be what you want to be. So thank you so much. We totally appreciate, enjoy, and love you. So thanks so much for being here with us.
You're so welcome.
Promise you'll come back.
Oh, always.